The life he had rejected was the life he needed most. He dropped everything and ran to meet him, unable to see beyond his own hurt and jealousy. There exists a story that transcends time, a reminder that love, forgiveness, and redemption are not given based on merit. In a world where the choices we make define the paths we walk, there exists a story that transcends time, a story of yearning, regret, love, and ultimately, redemption. This is the parable of the Prodigal Son. A story that speaks to the heart of every human being, reminding us of the power of forgiveness and the boundless nature of unconditional love. Our story begins with a young man, the younger of two sons, who, despite living in the comfort and security of his father's house, felt a growing restlessness within. A yearning for freedom, for independence, for a life beyond the boundaries of his family's estate. Little did he know, this desire would lead him down a path of both despair and redemption.
Father, I need to speak with you.
Of course, my son. What is on your mind?
I've been thinking, Father. I want to see the world, to live my life on my own terms. I want you to give me my share of the inheritance now, so I can leave and pursue my own path.
My son, everything I have will one day be yours. But are you sure this is what you want? The world is not as kind as you may think. There is much you do not yet understand.
I've thought it over, Father. I'm ready. I want my freedom to live without restrictions.
You are still young. You have time. Stay a little longer, learn, grow. The world will wait for you.
No, Father, I've made up my mind. Please, give me what is mine.
The father, though heartbroken by his son's request, knew that he could not hold him back. With a heavy heart, he divided his estate, giving his younger son the portion that would have been his upon his death.
I've raised him with love, taught him all I know, but I cannot protect him from the world nor from himself. I can only hope he finds his way back.
Thank you, Father. I'll write to you. I'll come back one day, I promise.
Remember, my son, you are always welcome here. No matter where life takes you, this will always be your home.
Take care of yourself. The world isn't as forgiving as you might think.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
And so, with his inheritance in hand, the son set out for a distant land, eager to experience the freedom he so desperately craved. But as the father watched his son leave, a deep sense of foreboding settled in his heart.
This is it. This is what I've been dreaming of. Freedom, excitement, possibilities everywhere I look. No more rules, no more limits.
The young man quickly adapted to his new life. Surrounded by those who praised his wealth and celebrated his generosity, he believed he had found the life he always wanted. A life of indulgence, of pleasure, of endless possibilities. But beneath the surface there lurked a danger he could not yet see.
To freedom, to living life without limits.
The days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, each one more extravagant than the last. The son's wealth seemed limitless, and so too did the pleasures he sought. But as time passed, the cost of this lifestyle began to take its toll, and the young man found himself spending more than he had, faster than he could have imagined.
Where did it all go? I had so much. How could it be nearly gone? Come, let's have another drink. My treat.
Not tonight, I've got other plans.
Maybe another time.
As his wealth dwindled, so too did the friendships he had once taken for granted. The son found himself alone, abandoned by those who had only been interested in his riches. With no money, no home, and no friends, he was forced to confront the harsh reality of his situation.
Please, sir, I'll do anything. Just give me a chance.
No work here. Try the next street.
I'm strong, I can work hard. Just give me a chance to prove myself.
Sorry, lad, no openings.
You can feed the pigs. It's dirty work, but it's something. I'll pay you enough to keep you from starving.
Rejected and destitute, the son finally found work feeding pigs, a job that was considered one of the lowest and most degrading tasks in that society. Hungry and exhausted, he found himself envying the very pigs he was feeding.
Even my father's servants have food to spare, and here I am, starving to death. What have I done? How did I fall so far?
In his lowest moment, the son began to see the truth. The freedom he had sought was an illusion, a trap that led him away from everything that truly mattered. He realized that the life he had rejected was the life he needed most. And so, with a heart full of remorse and a mind filled with fear, he made a decision to return home, to seek forgiveness, and to offer himself as a servant in his father's house.
Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.
With each step, the son's mind was filled with doubt. Would his father even recognize him? Would he turn him away in anger? But despite the fear, there was a spark of hope. A hope that his father's love might still be there, waiting for him.
I've watched the road every day, hoping to see him. My son, where are you? Are you safe? Have you found what you were looking for? Please, come home. Could it be, is it really him?
The father's heart leaped within him as he recognized his son. Without a moment's hesitation, he dropped everything and ran to meet him, his arms wide open, his eyes brimming with tears.
Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.
My son, my beloved son, you were lost, but now you are found. You were dead, but now you are alive again.
The father's love knew no bounds. He did not care about the past, about the mistakes his son had made. All that mattered was that his son had returned. He called for the best robe to be brought, a ring for his son's finger, and sandals for his feet. And he ordered a feast to be prepared, for his son, who was once lost, had come home.
How can this be? After all I've done, he welcomes me back, as if nothing has changed. His love is greater than I ever understood.
The father's love was a reflection of a greater love. A love that waits patiently, that forgives freely, that celebrates the return of the lost. And in that love, the son found not just forgiveness, but a new beginning.
What is going on here? Why is there a celebration?
Your brother has returned, and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound.
The elder brother, who had remained faithful to his father and worked hard every day, was filled with resentment. How could his father celebrate the return of the one who had squandered his wealth and brought shame to their family?
My son, why do you stand out here? Come in and join the celebration. Your brother has returned.
All these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with reckless living, comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him.
My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.
The elder brother's heart was filled with bitterness, unable to see beyond his own hurt and jealousy. But the father's words were a reminder that love, forgiveness, and redemption are not given based on merit. They are the gifts of a heart that loves unconditionally.
How can he love him so much after all he's done? I've done everything right, yet it feels like nothing compared to this. But is this what love truly is? Unconditional, unearned, and given freely.
The elder brother struggled with his feelings, torn between his sense of justice and the realization that his father's love was greater than he had ever understood. It was a love that embraced the lost, rejoiced in the found, and forgave without condition.
I know this is hard for you, my son, but love is not about what we deserve. It's about what we choose to give. Your brother's return does not diminish my love for you. It simply means that what was lost is now found, and that is worth celebrating.
I want to understand, Father. I want to see it as you do.
You will in time. Come, let us go inside. This is a day for joy, not for sorrow.
The elder brother, though still struggling with his emotions, began to understand the depth of his father's love. A love that was not divided between his sons, but multiplied, encompassing them both equally. The parable of the prodigal son is more than just a story of a wayward son returning home. It is a story of the human condition, of our tendency to stray, to make mistakes, to lose our way. But it is also a story of hope. Hope that no matter how far we wander, no matter how lost we feel, there is always a way back home. The Father's love in this story is a reflection of the love that God offers to all of us. A love that is unconditional, that waits with open arms, ready to welcome us back, no matter how far we have fallen. And in that love we find forgiveness, we find redemption, we find home. Thank you for joining us in this reflection on the power of forgiveness, the beauty of redemption, and the boundless nature of love. Until we meet again, may you find peace in knowing that you are never too far gone to find your way back to love.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Soulful Bible Stories for more amazing Bible stories.